Shocking, that's what some are saying following a major change to the yearbook staff. We'll show you what that change is, plus beefing up the force why the Roseville Police Department is adding 2 new youth service officers to schools in the area.
And Roseville has elected a new ASB president, who she is and what she wants to do this year. All that coming up on this week's TigerCast, April 15th, 2013. Good morning, I'm Meghan Julin.
And I'm Daniel Wetter. We're going to begin today's TigerCast a little differently with our top 5 story. Here's today's top story.
We were all shocked. We had no idea this was coming and caught everyone off guard. The whole class was upset about it.
That's yearbook editor Dan Riley's reaction to teacher Michelle Cole leaving Roseville High School. With a little more than 7 weeks in the school year left, a new teacher has filled in for Cole and will also take over the yearbook until the end of the year. We'll have more on this story later in the show. Story 2, the City of Roseville has added 2 new youth resource officers to the Roseville Police Department. They will be assigned to Adelante High School and the elementary school district. Later in the show, we'll get reactions from Principal Basham as well as Officer Carlos Cortez. Story 3, Roseville elected new ASB officers just before spring break. Junior Mackenzie Priley will be the ASB president next year, following Ariana Chris, who is the president this year. Mackenzie is actually the second Priley to be ASB president within the last 3 years. Her brother Jacob Priley was ASB president last year. She said she looks forward to next year.
I've been around here forever. They used to have like a preschool program, and my brother and I were here, and my family's just been around it, and I just care so much and want to do what I can to make it the best it can possibly be.
Story 4, a new roundabout is raising concern among some district bus drivers. The Roseville City Council voted last month to build a new roundabout in downtown Roseville at Oak Street and Washington Boulevard, the intersection you see there. Bus driver Nancy Rash is worried that it may cause problems for the school buses.
As a bus, school bus is longer than a transit bus. Did they put that into consideration? And since I'm a bus driver and use that intersection every single day, was that brought into consideration? It's just very ill-conceived. I think that they're shooting themselves in the foot.
However, an associate city engineer that I, the Tiger, spoke to confirmed that the roundabout will have no problem accommodating those buses. Story 5, have you noticed any road work being done around Roseville High School? PG&E has been working over the last few weeks to replace various gas lines throughout some of the neighborhoods here in central Roseville. Some plastic pipes that were added back in 1973 have had issues with cracking. The work will continue over the next couple of months, so PG&E says to expect some traffic delays and warns people may smell a natural gas odor during some of that work. Those are today's top stories. Now we go to Meghan for more about that yearbook shocker.
That's right. Many students are calling it a shock, but what does it mean for yearbook? I spoke to the editors and the new teacher about it. A teacher has left RHS staff with just 7 weeks left in the school year.
We were all shocked. We had no idea this was coming and caught everyone off guard. The whole class was upset about it.
Several classes on campus were left without a teacher just before spring break when teacher Michelle Cole announced she was leaving. Cole was the yearbook advisor and an English teacher. Both yearbook editors, as well as the entire class, were surprised at the news.
I was just kind of it was really confusing at first, since I'm editor. She obviously helps me out a lot, so it's just I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff we still need to do for yearbook, I just how am I going to get it done without her?
A new teacher has stepped in to take over Cole's classes.
I was long-term sub last year, and so I worked with the department, and this position was for a full-time job, so yeah, I'm the new teacher. So it is a weird timing and a weird position, time of year.
Amy Pritchard has also had prior experience in yearbook, which may come in handy this far into the yearbook process.
Well, it is definitely challenging, especially coming in now. However, it's towards the end, so it's just a matter of kind of cleaning things up for the deadline. It is a challenging position. I've done yearbook before, so I don't feel too fish out of water.
Riley believes yearbook will still be able to get the job done just as any other year.
I was sad about it because she had been my yearbook teacher. This was the 3rd year, and so I was editor, and I was sad about it. And she'll be missed, but we'll be able to do it.
The new teacher you saw there, Amy Pritchard, says she's open to being yearbook advisor next year. It just depends on what the school decides to do. Nearly 15 years with the same book, now AP Euro classes will be getting a new one. The new book is called Western Society by John McKay, and it replaces the book that the class has used since 1999. Teacher Marie Chris says that the new books are an all-around better read for students.
Our current book is so old, first of all, and just traditionally kids have always struggled with it. It is a very great comprehensive college level book, but the academic vocabulary, it's not user friendly for a typical high school student.
Health and safety a year-long class? Well, yes and no. The class that all freshmen will take will become an alternating block class with a new freshman seminar class. But that won't mean that all freshmen will have health and safety year long, because some freshmen will be taking AVID or pre-AP classes, which means they would have the traditional one-semester health and safety.
And we want that support to go all year long. And in order to do that with that freshman seminar class, we had to find another class that we could rotate it with. So health was the class that made the most sense. So our health teachers are in agreement.
School safety has been discussed on our show quite a bit this year, and now the City of Roseville is taking a step that many are praising. What's better than 3 youth service officers? How about 5?
Right now we're only down to 3. So bringing 2 more, that makes a total of 5, is going to be a lot better.
The City of Roseville recently voted to approve 2 new youth service officers for area schools.
That says a lot in terms of their valuing of safety of our students.
1 officer will be assigned to Adelante High School.
Adelante may be a smaller school, but they need a resource officer there. In the past, they've really had officers coming from different sites sharing time there, and it just wasn't consistent.
The other officer will be patrolling elementary and middle schools in the Roseville City School District.
And building that trusting relationship, having students be able to trust the police, and you know, that's great if we can start that at the younger ages.
The new officers come at a time when school safety is being re-examined across the nation.
We all start talking about how do we make our campuses safer, and having a youth service officer on campus makes us all feel safer. They're trained to deal with that.
But for Officer Carlos Cortez, it means more time at RHS.
It'll be great, because guess what? Now I don't have to deal with the Adelante High School students, and I can concentrate on keeping you guys safe here at Roseville.
Principal Basham also told us one of the reasons the district is able to add another officer is because of improving economic conditions.
We all know the big question: what did you do during spring break? Many Roseville students took their spring break international, traveling to Mexico with local churches to build houses and play with the local kids there. We spoke to one freshman who said she had a hard time leaving.
It was life-changing because I didn't expect it to be because I on the last day I cried a lot because I didn't want to leave the kids
And that was over spring break, so that means it's baseball season, right, Megan?
Yes, it does. And if you can't catch all the games, just remember to go to sports.ivethetigernews.com for all the latest sports and scores. It's always updating, and it has the most accurate scores in the area. That wraps up our TigerCast today, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Remember that you can always get all the latest news and sports online at ivethetigernews.com. And don't forget to like our Facebook page.
We'll see you back here next time.